What's going on, folks? Welcome to the latest edition of Nintendo Enthusiast Week in Review. It is I, Shawn, and busy damn week in the world of Nintendo stuff, so let's cut the BS and go ahead and jump into this past week's news. So after lots of delay and waiting, Mighty No. 9 finally has a release date. It's coming out September 15th, it'll hit the Wii U that day, the 3DS version will be later down the road. There's actually going to be a retail version as well that'll be $29.99 as opposed to the digital version, which is $19.99, but you get some free DLC. More importantly, as you can tell, I like to collect physical stuff, so that's going to be the version for me. It's definitely great to see this game finally coming out. I have been a little critical of it and some of the business tactics that they've been using, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a phenomenal game. It's a spiritual successor to Mega Man. I love Mega Man. I love 2D platformers in that style, and obviously a lot of work and polish has gone into this game. But now there's another indie game that's been lighting up Kickstarter, funded in one day, stretch goals smashed, and we got to talk about that one. So the other big Kickstarter project that we got to talk about is Yooka-Laylee, and holy shit, you guys really wanted a 3D platformer. Yooka-Laylee has been up at the time of this video for less than a day. Less than a day. They've smashed all stretch goals already. The Wii U version's coming out day one. The game looks freaking amazing. It looks amazing. It looks so good. Like, every time I look at the screenshots, I'm just like, wow. This was done in, it was done in 3 months. Everything you've seen so far from now it's Yooka-Laylee, has been done in 3 months. So this is kind of the mentality that I have, you know. These indie companies will soon take over these third-party companies because they're doing things at a fraction of the cost and making games like Yooka-Laylee look so amazing. So, this actually ties into my question of the week. Last week's question of the week was Mario Kart's 200cc mode too fast? And for the most part, you guys said no, you really enjoyed it. So this week, I propose to you this question. Which game are you looking more forward to? The spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie with Yooka-Laylee, or the spiritual successor to Mega Man with Mighty No. 9? Leave me in the comments your answer below, and we'll go over it next week. We'll see which one wins. It should be an interesting battle. Right now, I gotta give it to Yooka-Laylee just because, holy shit, that game looks amazing. Make sure you check out their Kickstarter page too. Plenty of time left.
This week's Retro Game of the Week is brought to you by PunchOutGaming.com. From retro gaming to modern, PunchOutGaming.com has you covered. Join their Facebook group for the best sales as well. Link in description.
This week's Retro Game of the Week is probably one of my favorite Pokemon games that, you know, a lot of people don't really give credit to because it's not a traditional Pokemon game. Pokemon Snap on the N64. Yeah, it's a picture-taking game, but it's actually really well done, and it was really fun at the time. There was nothing really like it that came out around that era, and with the Pokemon Legacy and all the characters to choose from to take pictures of, it was a really fun game. There was lots of crazy things you could do in it, and it's still fun to this day. Meanwhile, where the hell is my Wii U version of this game? Gamepad? Is your little camera? Come on. What's up, Professor Oak? You ain't doing nothing. Give me a new Pokemon Snap, Professor Oak. So in a new report, Nintendo Wii U sales have actually been going up, which is kind of strange because, you know, there haven't been a lot of key titles coming out. November, of course, saw a huge spike with Super Smash Bros., but since then, year-to-year numbers have been up. 2015 is doing much better than 2014, which is a little strange because you had Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze release, and you really didn't have anything that great come out so far for the Wii U this year. Sure, you had games like Kirby and Mario Party 10, but games like Splatoon, Star Fox, those aren't even out yet. So it's interesting to see the Wii U's on a bit of a uphill climb, and that's a good thing. You know, combine that with 3DS sales, new 3DS sales in North America especially, and Amiibo, Nintendo's raking in some money, so hopefully they put some of that money into their E3 ideas and plans, because it'll be nice to see some just crazy games for the Wii U. So the last thing I want to talk about this week is something from Activision, actually. Yeah, I know, Activision on a Nintendo show, that's kind of sacrilegious because, you know, what do they do? But evidently there might be some stuff in the pipeline. One of our readers tweeted to Activision's support team asking them why the Nintendo Network IDs were added to the Call of Duty website. Their reply? Well, first off, they actually replied, but their reply was pretty interesting. Stay tuned for more Wii U releases. Now, we already know Guitar Hero Live is coming to the system. Skylanders, of course, will come to the system, but it's it could just be a standard PR thing, but it's interesting to think about because that inclusion is pretty random. Like, let's face it, there's no real rhyme or reason to add that now, a while after Ghost, a while after Black Ops 2 has been out, all of a sudden to your website. So is there something more? Will we see Call of Duty Black Ops 3? I don't know. It would be interesting. It would be nice to see, especially if they use the gamepad. But I almost think that we might see something at E3 related to this. Because maybe they added the Nintendo Network IDs because Nintendo is beefing up that system. You gotta remember, their partnership with DNA is also gonna be on the online side of things. So maybe there's something deeper. I could just be looking into it more. A reader actually mentioned this on the website. So, you know, it's all speculation, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Alright, and that's going to do it for this week's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, be sure to check out my Patreon page, like the video, subscribe to our channel, leave me a comment below, answer the question of the week, and, you know, I'll see you guys next week. We'll do the same thing again, and we'll go over some Nintendo stuff. Alright, later.